Hey you guys, it's Brit tonight. We're here with a couple of Dougherty Dozen updates. I've recently watched a few of her videos and I had some thoughts. So if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys. So Alicia and her crazy spending self went ahead and did a few videos that I've got to share my thoughts. I could keep some thoughts to myself, and I do that sometimes, but with this, it's just ridiculous. So we're going to talk about it. So their oldest kid had his birthday. Happy birthday. And she went on a spending spree, as per usual. This is very predictable. It's not surprising. It's not an OMG moment anymore. It's just part of the ritual that is the Dougherty Dozen YouTube channel. Spend as much as you can, buy as much as you can. Doesn't matter. Blow it all, like who cares? Next, It's Alicia and the birth mom. So they go into the mall, and I'm going to give y'all the Cliff Notes version of these because honestly, it's over a few different videos and I will include some clips, but it's just not worth this like super in-depth reaction. So first, let's cover the birthday video. They go into the mall and she immediately goes to the sports apparel store that she frequents all the time and stocks up on these Nike Tech outfits. Now, I've talked about these outfits before. They're very expensive. Yes, they're very popular. But at the same time, it's like, how many outfits does this kid need that are over $200 each? But she went ahead and stocked up on that, bought random t-shirts, all the things. Then the better part was when she went over to the shoe store. Now she shops at this shoe store. They have high-end shoes there. They're high-end athletic shoes, but they're like Jordans and stuff like that. So I say athletic shoes, but let's be honest, like these shoes aren't being worn to literally play basketball. They're for style. Like they're, I guess these kids would wear them when they're going to a birthday party or the pumpkin patch or going to school or whatever. But she goes in and she starts looking at the shoes and she goes, "Oh, we don't have these yet." She's looking at these super expensive shoes that some adults can't even afford to buy. And she's kind of skimming through them and saying, "Oh, we don't have these yet." So you're looking at all of the other expensive shoes that you have already purchased for other reasons, Christmas or, whatever Tuesday in May she felt like buying stuff. At this point, her spending is so deliberate and it comes off to me as very tone deaf. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Some people don't like the term tone deaf, but I've heard other people say that it's okay. I'm not sure. Tell me if I'm wrong down below, but either way, it comes off as very much that to me. It's just, I don't care how this video might make someone else feel about what they're doing for their kids, or I don't care if this comes off as very, tacky to other parents, that I'm just like blowing this crazy amount of money on this kid. It's just very deliberate and very careless at this point. But in the shoe store, it's just the oh, we don't have this yet. Oh, he already has this. Like as she's touching this super expensive shoe. Maybe some people that don't like her spending, y'all want to say, "Oh, jealous." That's the really quick argument that I hear all the time. I'm not a sneakerhead, okay? I buy my Vans and I wear them until they're done, and then I'll buy a new pair. And in the summer, I'm in sandals all the time. It's just the blatant, I don't care how much this is, I'm just going to buy whatever we don't have yet kind of attitude. And then she throws in a little clip of his Snackerty board. Of course, like I've talked about that before. 17-year-old snackerty board for the birthday. Like, do you have to show it on social media? You know that the kids at school are literally going to be using this as a, oh, how's your snackerty board? Like, people already leave comments talking about, oh, da-da-da needs his snackerty board. Oh, he's not going to do so-and-so until he gets a snackerty board. It's already kind of like this, and I know that it's not a really hurtful joke, like it's not mean, but it's just annoying. And Alicia continues to like feed the fuel, feed the frenzy by saying, oh, yes, this kid who is almost 18 gets a snackerty board, you know? But I want to move on to what people were really taking note of in this video. And I saw a ton of comments about this one thing. And that is the lack of appreciation shown from opening gifts. I think a lot of people, and I'm sure some of y'all might think this way, I'm not positive, but you can really tell how a kid is like monetarily tied to their parents by their lack of appreciation when it comes to the parents buying them stuff. And I realized that, you know, super little kids, like you can't really teach them appreciation, but we're talking about a kid who's almost an adult. So you would think that some basic thank yous and, oh my gosh, you got me this. I've wanted this for, you know, I've wanted this since Christmas, since you didn't get it for me for Christmas. There's no like, aha, there's no, oh, thank you. Oh, I'm surprised. Oh, I've, you know, so-and-so has this at school and I've been wanting it too. Like, it's just the lack of sincerity. It's the lack of surprise. And it just kind of felt like, let me open these and move on to the next thing. To me as a viewer, I've hoped for quite a few things when it comes to all of these videos that Alicia puts out all the time. But one thing, aside from just like life lessons, teaching your kids appreciation for things that are, you know, given to them, even if there's not a high price tag attached to it, is so powerful. And when you're just like a gift mill and you're constantly pumping them out, you're constantly giving them exactly what they want, plus more, it starts to dwindle any appreciation that they might have had beforehand. And I think that's what we see with a lot of the vlogs that she puts out is just, I mean, the kids are getting it all the time. So why would they be super appreciative over birthday presents when you just bought them a bunch of stuff last Saturday when you were doing a random outing and you spent $300 at Dick's on the kids? You know, it's that just, it like disintegrates what appreciation they might have had beforehand. And y'all know that I don't really like to focus too much on her kids, but since so many people mention it in the comments, I felt like I noticed it too. So this comes back to how Alicia is behaving and how she has raised these kids, not so much picking on the kids, but picking on the environment that she has put them in by oversaturating with materialistic nonsense, if that makes sense. Now, the other video that she did was a day in the life. Day in the life of a mom to 12 kids. Now, there were a few things in this video that I noticed. First of all, she's making this chicken dish. She doesn't wash her chicken, which I wasn't surprised by after the whole sandwich catastrophe. Am I surprised that she doesn't wash her chicken? No, but there were a bunch of people going off in the comments about it. Now, the thing that I noticed is she wanted to take her youngest to Target and buy some snacks for a party. And when I think of having to buy snacks for a party, that's usually because you don't have the snacks at home. But Alicia has a full-on food pantry in her garage full of snacks that are probably expired or coming up for expiration because they don't use what they have. They just buy new, and therefore the things that are in the bottom of the bin or the back of the shelf go to expire and they get thrown in the garbage. Instead of buying new, why don't you use what you have, and why don't you cycle through things, look at expiration dates, donate these unopened items before they expire to your local shelter. I've been saying that since literally last summer. Go through your inventory, stop hoarding food, donate the things that are not expired to your local shelter. Because there are people in the local shelter, whether it be adults or kids, that have not had an Oreo in 5 years or 10 years or 15 years or whatever. There are people in the shelter who have not had a bag of pretzels or salt and vinegar potato chips or whatever, fruit snacks or whatever it is. And instead of just throwing them away, why not put them to good use? And I can't think of a better use than the homeless shelter. But instead, it's just buy more candy, more popsicles, more snacks, more goldfish, more chips. Like, just buy all new. Let's act like we have nothing at home and let's just start from the bottom. And before I close this video out, I just want to touch once more on the food waste thing, because I know I get some comments of people saying, well, it doesn't really matter. I don't think, like, unless you've ever been in a situation where food was scarce in your house, maybe it's just not a problem that has ever existed to you. But I've been in situations where food was scarce at home, and it's a really unsettling feeling. And there are people in those situations that would literally do anything just to have, you know, a bin of chips and some cereal and some milk. I think because I've been in that situation, it makes me relate to it in a little bit of a different way. And if you don't relate to it, that's fine, but I do. So maybe that's why I focus and I notice when she's like constantly just like hoarding food and not using it and buying brand new and doing all of the nonsense that she does. So I hope that makes sense. But either way, I know this was a quick little video. I wanted to hit on those two vlogs and make it somewhat digestible, do a little Cliff Notes version for you guys. But yeah, tell me how you feel. I'm pretty sure I know how most of y'all feel. But either way, for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.